Hi everybody, welcome to the next video. This video is an explanation about the reading passage called football. This week we've been looking at the new skill of how to understand a word by looking at the context, which means the sentences or the paragraphs around that word. Have a look at the video and look at again how we answer these questions, what we're looking for, and just practice your skills. There'll be another reading passage online in the next couple of days. Take care everybody. So question one, like normal, is what is the main idea of the passage? Now we know that the title of the passage is football. So we should be thinking already that the main idea of the passage is going to be something about football. Now look at the subject of each of these three answers. A, football. B, football. C, there are many sports in the world. Hopefully, just by looking at the subject of these three answers, you can see that the first two are both about football, which matches the title of the passage, and also matches that football is in the first, second, and third paragraphs. This one, there are many sports in the world. This is not about football, this is about all football sports. So this one is very big. So we should not be choosing answer C. So now we've taken one answer away. We have 50-50 chance to guess correctly, but we want to look at the rest of the answers. Football can mean different sports, have a long history, and use a ball and the foot. So there's three parts to answer A. Football is different sports, long history, and using the ball and the foot. B. Football was known in 2nd century China. So if every passage is about China, then B is going to be the correct answer. But if China is just talked about in one sentence or one small part, then it's going to be too small. It's going to be a narrow answer. I can show you that here is about China, 3rd century AD in China. But China is not in this first paragraph, and it is not in the second paragraph, and it is not in the rest of the third paragraph. So this answer about China is going to be too small. The correct answer is answer A. Football can mean different sports. Well, it says here, different sports. It says there is a long history. Well, it says here, many countries dating back to the 2nd and 3rd century. From the 19th century, we got the rules. So that's a long history. And it talks about using the ball and the foot. It says here, handling the ball, that's okay. Other body parts, okay. Ball is often kicked with the foot. So actually, answer A takes ideas from all of the paragraphs to create the main idea. Question 2. What is the game of football called in North America? We can see here in North America, so we can match this to North America in the question. The best known type of football is association football. This is called, okay, so we got called, and that goes here, soccer in North America. So the answer is soccer. Where do the modern rules of football come from? Well, if we go down to this third paragraph, we've got the word modern. So that links here. And it says, the modern games of both rugby football and association football comes from 19th century England. So we've got come from and we have come from. So the answer is going to be England or 19th century England. Question 4. What process spread the game of football around the world? Here it says association football spread. So we have the word spread to many other parts of Europe and was brought to the rest of the world, around the world, with colonization. So colonization spread football around the world. Colonization, you should remember, is when one big country or a strong country takes over another country. Question 5. What is the name of the competition where many nations compete? So today is the most popular sport in the world. So in the world is about many nations, and especially the FIFA World Cup. It doesn't say competition, but it does tell you that it's popular and many people are in the FIFA World Cup. And a cup is a type of competition, or it's a prize from a competition. So the answer is FIFA World Cup. How often does it happen? We have happen here. We have happen here. So the answer is every 4 years. Question 7. In polo, players kick the ball with their feet. Well, let's look at this second paragraph. The name football comes from the two words foot and ball. It is named football because the players of the game walk and often run on their feet while playing, as opposed to polo, where the players ride horses. So as opposed to means opposite. Football, because you use your feet. The opposite is polo. It says players ride horses. If you're riding a horse, you cannot kick the ball with your foot. So the answer for question 7 is false. Eight, a football is always spherical. Well, it says football is played using a ball called a football that is usually shaped like a sphere or an ellipsoid. Well, we've got a sphere or an ellipsoid. If I said Zolintet or Ontheu come here, that means there's two options. There's two different people, and one of them would come. Here it says a sphere or an ellipsoid. So you can guess, even if you don't know the meaning of the word sphere or the meaning of the word ellipsoid, you can guess that there's two different shapes, and so this word always is wrong. So the answer is false. Question 9. Both rugby and football are types of football. Well, here it calls that some elements of football have been seen in many countries. The modern games of both rugby football and association football. Rugby football, association football. Football that we know is association football. That's what it's telling us up here. Rugby football is another type of football. So yes, they are both types of football. The imperial could be colonization. Rule of European countries spread football globally. Well, it says association football spread to other parts of Europe and was brought to the rest of the world with colonization. Imperialism, colonization, these words are different, but they have the same meaning. And it says football spread globally, and it says brought to the rest of the world. So question 10, the answer is true. 11. FIFA World Cup is the only competition watched on, and it should say TV here. I'm not sure why. On my computer it doesn't show up. I don't know about your screen, but it did say TV in the question. Well, it says today it is the most popular sport in the world, and many people watch it on TV. It doesn't say it is the only sport watched on TV. It says it is watched on TV. There may be other sports that are watched on TV. So it is not the only competition. The answer is false. And question 12, what does the word ellipsoid mean? Now this is that new type of question where we have to look at the context. Let's find the word. Here is the word. Let's read the sentence. Football is played using a ball, also called a football, that is usually shaped like a sphere or an ellipsoid. Shaped like a sphere. So the sphere or the ellipsoid is referring back to the shape. So it's going to be a description. An eyelid doesn't make sense. We're talking about the shape of a football. A ball, but this says the action of kicking a ball. We're talking about the shape of a ball. So a 3D object, 3D means a type of object that has both width and length and height, that has an oval shape. Oval shape is kind of like an egg shape. So some games of football, like rugby, like American football, games like this, they use a ball that is not round like a normal football, that is more like an egg shape. So the ellipsoid means that 3D egg shape. Sphere is a round shape that we normally kick when we play football. Here we use a normal football, it's a sphere. But ellipsoid means a 3D object that has an oval shape. The key here is oval shape and 3D object. And because we have shapes like in the passage, these show you the meaning is answer A. Hopefully that's helped you to understand the different answers. If you did get questions wrong, please do go back and listen again, watch again. Tomorrow there's going to be grammar, and we're going to come back to reading on Wednesday. So keep practicing, and I know that by the time you arrive in Brighter Futures, you're going to have really strong foundation skills, and we'll be able to improve quickly. Good luck, everybody.